Imagine this. You're sitting across from your best friend at a cozy cafe, hands wrapped around a warm cup of coffee. You sigh and say, I just don't get it. I have my life together. I'm a good person. So why am I still single? Your friend nods sympathetically, but deep down, you're exhausted, tired of the mixed signals, tired of getting ghosted, tired of investing in the wrong people. And worst of all, you're starting to wonder, is it me? Here's the truth. It's not bad luck. It's not that all the good ones are taken. It's your own psychology, your thoughts, beliefs, and subconscious patterns pushing love away without you even realizing it. But don't worry, because today we're going to break down 8 powerful psychological reasons why you're unknowingly sabotaging your love life and exactly how to fix them before it's too late. And this isn't just based on personal experience. These insights are backed by psychology, neuroscience, and relationship experts like Dr. John Gottman and Dr. Helen Fisher. So if you're ready to uncover the hidden reasons why love hasn't worked out for you yet and finally change that, stick around until the end, because one small shift in your mindset could be the difference between staying single or finally attracting the love you deserve. Reason number 1, you fear rejection more than you crave connection, and it's costing you love. Have you ever hesitated to send a text, overanalyze someone's tone, or convinced yourself that a delayed reply means they've lost interest? Why do I always attract people who leave? Maybe I'm just not good enough for love. Sound familiar? You're not alone. But what if I told you that it's not rejection that's keeping you single? It's the fear of it. The hidden trap of rejection sensitivity. Psychologists call this rejection sensitivity, a mental filter that makes you see rejection even when it's not there. Dr. Elaine Aron found that people with high rejection sensitivity overreact to minor social cues, a slightly different text tone, a pause before a response, or even neutral facial expressions. Your brain, trained by past hurt, tells you, see, they don't like you. You're not good enough. It's better to pull away before they reject you. But here's the irony. The more you fear rejection, the more you push love away. How this subconscious fear is keeping you single. You hesitate to express interest, so people assume you're not interested. You misread normal behavior as rejection, so you withdraw too soon. You self-sabotage, rejecting love before it rejects you. It's like quitting the race before the starting whistle blows. Fix it. How to rewire your brain for love. 1. Cognitive reframing. Challenge your inner critic. When someone takes time to reply, don't assume the worst. They're ignoring me. They're probably busy. 2. Exposure therapy. Take small, low-risk steps. Love is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Send that text. Hold eye contact a little longer. Give compliments without fearing how they'll be received. 3. Self-affirmations. Rewire your worth. Say this daily. I am worthy of love regardless of how others respond. Someone's temporary silence does not define my value. 4. Stop mind reading. Ask instead of assuming. Most of the time, what you think is rejection is just miscommunication. Next time you feel unsure, ask for clarity instead of assuming the worst. If you let the fear of rejection control your actions, you're rejecting yourself before anyone else even has a chance to love you. Reason number 2. Unrealistic expectations are sabotaging your love life. Blame the rom-coms. Let's be honest, Hollywood has seriously messed with our love lives. Movies and TV shows make it seem like love should be instant, effortless, and magical. The perfect person is just out there waiting to sweep you off your feet in a dramatic, life-changing moment. But here's the harsh reality. That's not how real love works. What science says, Dr. John Gottman, a world-renowned relationship expert, has studied thousands of couples for over 40 years. His research proves that lasting love isn't built on grand romantic gestures or fate. It's built on trust, effort, and emotional connection over time. How this pushes love away. If you're constantly searching for the one, someone who checks every box, reads your mind, and makes your heart race 24/7, you might be rejecting amazing, compatible partners because they don't match an impossible fantasy. This mindset sets you up for disappointment because you might overlook real chemistry in favor of a Hollywood-style spark. You expect love to always feel thrilling and effortless, but relationships require work. You judge potential partners too quickly, not giving them a real chance. The harsh truth. There is no perfect person. Love is not a fairy tale. It's a choice you make daily. How to fix this? The mindset shift that changes everything. Focus on connection, not perfection. Instead of asking, are they my soulmate? Ask, do I feel safe, respected, and valued with them? Give people a real chance. Attraction can grow over time. Many successful couples didn't feel an instant spark at first. Redefine romance. The real magic isn't in movie-style moments. It's in feeling deeply understood, supported, and cared for. Power hack. The happiest couples aren't the ones who found the one. They're the ones who decided to nurture their love every single day. Question for you. Have you ever walked away from someone amazing just because they didn't fit your ideal fantasy? Tell me in the comment box. Reason number 3. You're trapped in the single mindset, and it's sabotaging your love life. Let's get real for a second. Being single for a long time isn't just a relationship status. It becomes an identity. You have your routines, your solo Netflix nights, your unshared bed. You don't have to compromise on plans, share your fries, or text back immediately. It's comfortable. It's predictable. It's safe. But here's the paradox. The longer you stay in the single mindset, the harder it becomes to invite love in. How this mindset secretly pushes love away. Think of your mind like a house. When you've been single for a long time, it's like living in a fully furnished apartment with no space for a new roommate. Now, imagine someone amazing comes along. Kind, funny, emotionally available. But when they try to step into your world, there's no room. You resist letting them in because you're used to making decisions alone. You unconsciously push them away because deep down, you fear losing your independence. You self-sabotage, telling yourself, I'm fine on my own, I don't actually need anyone. Sound familiar? That's your single mindset working against you. Fix it. Rewire your brain for love without losing yourself. Shift from I'm single to I'm preparing for love. Instead of reinforcing your solo identity, start thinking of yourself as someone in transition, like you're making space for something new. Mindset shift. Old thought, I'm just single. Love isn't in the cards for me. New thought, I'm someone who is actively creating space for a great partner. Create space for a partner, physically and emotionally. Your subconscious takes cues from your environment. If your life is completely structured around being alone, your brain will resist change. Try these micro adjustments. Bed hack. Do you sleep in the middle of the bed? Start sleeping on one side. It subconsciously signals your brain that there's room for someone else. Living space hack. Is your home 100% yours? Make a small change, a second coffee mug, an extra chair at the dining table. Your brain will start seeing your life as one that can accommodate a partner. Emotional space hack. If your schedule is packed with solo activities, start practicing emotional flexibility. Try doing something spontaneous that involves people, a social hobby, a new activity where you meet potential partners. Rewire your fears. Love doesn't mean losing yourself. Many people fear relationships because they equate them with suffocation. But here's the truth. A healthy relationship doesn't take away your independence. It enhances it. Think of love like adding color to a painting. Your life is already beautiful, but love brings new shades, new depth, new experiences. Ask yourself, am I pushing people away out of fear of change? How can I see relationships as an addition, not a loss? If you want love, you have to make space for it, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So here's a challenge. Tonight, pick one small action that welcomes love into your life. It could be shifting your mindset, changing your routine, or simply sleeping on one side of the bed. Because when you make room for love, love will find its way in. Reason number 4, you're addicted to the chase, and it's keeping you single. Let's be honest. Have you ever found yourself hopelessly drawn to someone who's hot one minute and cold the next? Someone who gives you just enough attention to keep you hooked, but never fully commits? If this sounds familiar, you might be caught in what psychologists call the anxious avoidant trap. This toxic cycle makes unavailable people seem irresistible, while healthy, stable love feels boring. But here's the harsh truth. That emotional roller coaster isn't love, it's anxiety disguised as attraction. Why you keep falling for the wrong people? Your brain craves uncertainty. According to Dr. Amir Levine, author of Attached, when love feels unpredictable, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical linked to addiction. It's like gambling. Your brain keeps hoping for the next win, even if you keep losing. You confuse anxiety with passion. When someone makes you feel nervous, overthink every text, or doubt where you stand, your body enters fight or flight mode. That rush of adrenaline, it tricks you into thinking, this must be love. Your past is programming your present. If you grew up with inconsistent love, parents who were sometimes warm, sometimes distant, your brain may have learned that love equals uncertainty. Now, when someone is consistent and kind, it feels wrong because it's unfamiliar. How this pushes love away. You ignore emotionally healthy partners because they don't trigger the same dopamine highs as unavailable ones. You invest energy in people who don't invest in you, leaving you drained and disappointed. You create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Love never works out for me, when in reality, you're just choosing the wrong people. How to break the cycle and attract the right love. Step 1. Spot the pattern. Ask yourself, do I feel constantly uncertain about how they feel? Am I the one always chasing, over-explaining, or waiting? Do I mistake mixed signals for mystery? If you answered yes, it's time for a mindset shift. Step 2. Rewire your attraction triggers. When you feel that intense, obsessive pull, pause. Instead of thinking, I must win them over, ask yourself, would I tolerate this behavior from a friend? Start associating consistency with attraction. Notice how it feels when someone texts back, makes plans, and shows up. Step 3. Give the right people a chance. Challenge the belief that love has to be hard to be real. Stability isn't boring, it's secure. Choose someone who makes you feel safe, valued, and emotionally at peace, not anxious, confused, and overthinking. The right person won't make you chase them. Love shouldn't feel like solving a puzzle or cracking a secret code. It should feel like coming home. So next time you catch yourself drawn to someone who keeps you guessing, remember, that's not chemistry. That's your old patterns tricking you. You don't need to earn love. You just need to choose better. If this hit home, drop your experience in the comments and let me know if you've ever been stuck in this trap. Let's break free together. Reason number 5. Low self-worth is secretly blocking your love life. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, why would anyone truly love me? Or maybe you've settled for less than you deserve because you thought, at least I have someone. If this sounds familiar, you might be unknowingly sabotaging your chances at real love. Not because there's anything wrong with you, but because your subconscious mind is playing tricks on you. The psychology behind it. According to Dr. Brené Brown, a leading researcher on vulnerability, self-worth is the foundation of healthy relationships. When you don't believe you're worthy of love, your brain automatically filters out people who treat you well, and instead, you're drawn to relationships that reinforce your fears. It's like having a broken GPS in your love life. It keeps leading you to dead-end relationships because your self-perception is off. How this pushes love away. You push people away before they get too close. They'll leave me eventually, so I'll leave first. You settle for toxic relationships just to feel wanted. You self-sabotage by overthinking, thinking, creating drama, or avoiding vulnerability. The result? You stay trapped in a cycle of disappointment, proving to yourself that love never works out, when in reality, it's your belief system that needs a reset. How to fix it, backed by science. Rewire your inner voice, like a brain workout. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you constantly plant negative thoughts, I'm not good enough, they'll grow into beliefs that shape your reality. Time to pull out the weeds. Try this. Every morning, say, I am worthy of deep, healthy, and lasting love. When negative thoughts creep in, ask yourself, would I talk this way to my best friend? If not, rewrite the thought into something kinder. Scientific insight. Studies show that positive affirmations rewire neural pathways over time, making self-love your new default mode. Surround yourself with the right people. Your self-worth isn't just shaped by your thoughts, it's also shaped by the people around you. Audit your social circle. Do your friends build you up or bring you down? Are you in relationships that make you feel safe and valued? Pro tip, spend time with people who make you feel seen, heard, and appreciated. The more you experience real love and acceptance, the easier it becomes to believe you deserve it. Stop dating from a place of desperation. When you believe you're unworthy of love, you might settle for anyone who gives you attention. That's like being so hungry you eat spoiled food just to feel full. Shift your mindset. Instead of thinking, I hope they like me, start asking, do I actually like them? Practice walking away from people who don't meet your standards. This alone skyrockets self-worth. If you don't believe you're lovable, no relationship will ever feel fulfilling. because deep down, you'll always fear it's temporary. But here's the truth. You are already enough. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. Drop yes in the comments if you're ready to break free from self-doubt and attract real love. If this resonated with you, hit like and subscribe because your journey to unstoppable confidence starts now. Reason 6, you're addicted to the spark and it's sabotaging your love life. Ever heard yourself or someone else say, "I don't know, there just wasn't that spark"? Be honest. How many times have you gone on a date with someone who is kind, consistent, and genuinely interested in you, but you brushed them off because it didn't feel exciting enough? Now, let me hit you with a truth bomb. That spark you're chasing, it's just your brain on dopamine, the science behind the spark, and why it's a trap. Psychologists say that the intoxicating butterflies in the stomach feeling you associate with chemistry is actually a dopamine surge, the same brain chemical that fuels gambling, drug addiction, and thrill-seeking. Dopamine makes us crave the chase, not the connection. This is why toxic, unavailable, or unpredictable partners seem so irresistible. They keep your brain guessing, triggering more dopamine hits. But here's the kicker. Dopamine isn't what keeps love alive. Real, long-term love is built on oxytocin, the bonding hormone responsible for trust, security, and emotional intimacy. When you mistake dopamine-fueled excitement for love, you end up stuck in a cycle. You meet someone stable. They're kind, reliable, and show genuine interest. But no instant fireworks. You assume they're not the one, so you move on. You chase someone more exciting, but they're usually inconsistent or emotionally unavailable. You get stuck in a loop of failed relationships, wondering why love never works out. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. How this pushes love away. If you're addicted to the dopamine rush, you unconsciously reject the kind of love that actually lasts. You mistake stability for boredom and overlook amazing partners because they don't give you an immediate adrenaline high. The result? You keep chasing emotionally unavailable people while pushing away those who would actually cherish you. Fix it. Shift your mindset from dopamine to oxytocin. If you want lasting love, you need to rewire your brain to value deep connection over fleeting excitement. 1. Give good people a real chance. Instead of chasing instant sparks, ask yourself, do I feel safe, respected, and valued with this person? Because here's the truth. Fireworks fade, but emotional security lasts. 2. Understand that chemistry can grow. Studies show that attraction can deepen over time as emotional intimacy increases. Some of the happiest couples didn't feel an instant spark. They built it through shared experiences and trust. 3. Stop confusing anxiety with attraction. If someone makes you feel nervous, uncertain, or on edge, that's not love. It's your nervous system in overdrive. Healthy love feels calm, not chaotic. 4. Train your brain to appreciate stability. Instead of saying they're nice but there's no spark, try this. Reframe it. They make me feel safe and valued. That's what real love feels like. Sparks fade, but deep love grows. If you keep chasing the dopamine high, you'll always be stuck in a cycle of short-lived romances. But if you shift your focus to oxytocin, the bond that makes love last, you'll finally attract the kind of relationship you truly deserve. So, next time you're tempted to dismiss someone for being too nice or too predictable, ask yourself, do I want a love that's just thrilling or a love that's actually fulfilling? Because the best love stories aren't written in fireworks, they're built in steady, glowing embers. Reason number 7, you're overthinking everything, and it's ruining your chances at love. Ever sent a text and then stared at your phone, overanalyzing every second of silence? Did I say too much? Should I have waited longer to reply? What if they don't like me as much as I like them? Overthinking in dating is like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. You fill in the blanks with your fears instead of facts. And here's the kicker. The more you overanalyze, the more anxious you become. Instead of enjoying the moment, you turn dating into a mental chess game where every move feels like life or death. How this pushes love away. Psychologists call this analysis paralysis, when you think so much that you end up doing nothing. You hesitate to make a move because you're scared of making a mistake. You read between the lines of texts that have no hidden meaning. You second-guess yourself so much that you come across as nervous, so distant, or even uninterested. And guess what? That energy is felt. People can sense when you're anxious, unsure, or trying too hard to play it cool. Instead of being your authentic self, you become a walking bundle of stress, and that's not attractive to anyone. Fix it. Stop letting overthinking control you. Rewire your mindset. Instead of assuming the worst, ask yourself, what if everything is actually fine? When they take a while to respond, instead of thinking they're ignoring me, reframe it to they're probably busy. When you don't hear back immediately, remind yourself, a delayed text does not mean rejection. Adopt a curious mindset. Instead of guessing what they mean, just ask. Instead of decoding mixed signals, try direct communication. Hey, I really enjoy talking to you. How do you feel? Clarity removes confusion. Assumptions create unnecessary heartbreak. Practice mindfulness in dating. Instead of living in your head, focus on the present moment. Enjoy the conversation without obsessing over where it's going. Think of dating like a road trip. If you keep worrying about the destination, you'll miss all the beautiful scenery. Next time you catch yourself overthinking, take a deep breath and ask, am I creating problems that don't actually exist? Because 99% of the time, you are. Reason number 8, you think you want love, but subconsciously, you're blocking it. Be honest. Does love scare you more than being alone? Have you ever met someone who checked all the boxes, kind, attractive, emotionally available, but instead of feeling excited, you felt uneasy? Maybe you pulled away, lost interest, or convinced yourself something was off. Here's the truth. Your heart might be saying, I want love, but your subconscious is saying, love is dangerous. Psychologists call this attachment ambivalence. If you've been hurt in the past by an ex, by family, or even by childhood experiences, your brain learns to associate love with pain. So even when love appears, your defense mechanisms go into overdrive to protect you. How this pushes love away. You self-sabotage without realizing it. You suddenly get busy or need space when things start getting serious. You find flaws in good people just to justify pushing them away. You attract unavailable people because deep down, they feel safe. No real commitment, no real risk. You send mixed signals. One moment, you crave deep connection. The next, you're distant and guarded. You keep one foot in and one foot out of relationships, afraid of losing yourself. You tell yourself the wrong story. I always attract the wrong people. Love just isn't for me. I'll get hurt anyway, so why bother? How to fix it? Rewire your brain for healthy love. 1. Journal your fears. Name the monster. What exactly scares you? Rejection, betrayal, losing your independence? Write a letter to your past self, forgiving them for the times love hurt. End it with, I am safe. Love is not my enemy. I am ready to receive it. 2. Flip the coin. Change your love story. Every time you think love will hurt me, replace it with love has the power to heal me. Every relationship is a new experience, not a rerun of your past. Rudder 3. Take micro risks in love. If you feel like withdrawing, lean in just a little. Send that text, share a feeling, accept a compliment. Start small, but train your brain to see love as a source of joy, not danger. Love can't enter a locked door. You're not bad at relationships. You're just human. But if love keeps slipping through your fingers, it might be because your hands aren't open to catch it. So, here's your challenge. Can you let love in even just 1% more today? Drop a comment. What's one belief about love you're ready to let go of? Let's rewrite your love story together. If you've made it this far, congratulations. That means you're serious about breaking free from these hidden patterns and finally attracting the love you deserve. And trust me, awareness is the first step toward real transformation. But here's the thing, change doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you take action. So let's make this interactive. Comment below and tell me, which of these 8 reasons hit home the most? Have you unknowingly been pushing love away? I read every comment, and who knows, your story might help someone else who's going through the same struggle. And hey, if this video sparked even one aha moment for you, do me a favor. Hit that like button so more people struggling with this can find it too. Better yet, subscribe and turn on the bell notifications because next time we're diving into the secret psychological triggers that make someone instantly attracted to you. You don't want to miss it. Until then, go out there, rewrite your love story, and remember, the right person is looking for you too. See you in the next video.